Well, hello, and welcome to Thinking Tuesday. Hello again. It's Tuesday, it's noon, and we know that if it's Tuesday at noon, it's time for Thinking Tuesday. And you know that our motto on Thinking Tuesday is Your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. You, yes, you can choose to grow flowers or you can choose to grow weeds. So, which one do you choose? I'm betting on you that you're choosing to grow flowers because we don't want those self limiting, non affirming, self defeating thoughts, which are those weeds, to be hanging on our thoughts. We don't want those. We want those flowers. We want those beautiful thoughts. We want those self affirming thoughts. We want those can do thoughts. So, welcome to Thinking Tuesday. And I hope during these few minutes that I will encourage you to cultivate those beautiful thoughts, those positive thoughts that help you on this journey that we call life. So this afternoon rather, I want to talk to you about one of my other favorite topics, which is also related to dreams, to thoughts. Oh, I just gave it away. Dreams is one of my other favorite topics, and they are related to to thoughts. Because your thoughts are going to determine what your dreams are. Your thoughts are going to determine whether you dream or not. So, even though I can't see you, I'd like you to determine if you can challenge yourself if you're not already doing that. But raise your hand and let me know if you want to challenge yourself to dream. Are you dreaming? Have you been dreaming? And if not, why not? Why not? What kind of thoughts are driving you to feel or to believe that you can't or you should not dream? And if you are dreaming, I'm glad you are because we should all have a dream. And if you're dreaming, I'm going to challenge you even further. Are your dreams big enough? Are your dreams big enough for you to grow into them? Because that's what dreams are for. It's not just about what we get at the end, but who we're becoming as we are moving into our dreams. So I'm going to challenge you either way. If you're not dreaming, why not? And how can you begin to dream? And I want to encourage you to do that. And if you are your dreams big enough? Because dreams are supposed to stretch you, they're supposed to help you grow. Yes, you do want to enjoy them as you're moving towards attaining them, but you don't want to dream something that easily attainable that you don't have to work at it. It's nice to have it at the end, but you also want to feel that you have learned something. You have learned something more about yourself, that you have developed resources, that you have encountered resources, you have discovered resources that are already within you as you move towards that dream. So your dream should be big enough to scare you. Yes, that's what I said, scare you. Because we need to see beyond what we are able to attain right now or just to see right now. And so being scared is not necessarily the worst thing because it propels us forward. Instead of retreating, we need to move towards it. So I want to encourage you to dream big, and to dream in such a way that you're scared, but it doesn't mean you need to stop. Fear can also be our friend. We don't run from fear, especially if we know it's not going to hurt us. But fear just means, for the most part, sometimes, that we are entering a level, we are entering a dimension, if you will, of the unknown, something that we don't know about, something that we're about to discover. And because we're about to discover it, because we don't know what it is, does not mean we should be scared. Yes, we might find ourselves a little anxious or intimidated, but that's not a reason to stop. because if we stop, then we've lost. So each step that you take towards your dream is a win. Don't just think about the end result as the win, but the win is every day when you get up that you do something towards moving towards your dream. Doesn't have to be a major step, but as long as it's a step. So you might have stopped dreaming, maybe because you have failed in the past, but I also want to remind you that failure is only a fact if you allow it to be a fact. Recently, I saw a post that I think is very, very appropriate, and it helps us to see how our thinking really drive our behavior and how our thinking really interrupts our dreams if they're not on the right on the right track. But our thoughts can also propel us. So the post that I saw that I thought was very, very appropriate, it says that if you fail, never give up, because FAIL only means first attempt in learning. Doesn't mean failure. First attempt in learning. And if you feel that you've gotten to the end and you have nowhere else to go, it also says that end is not the end. Because END, even though it spells end, doesn't mean end if that's not the way you want to see it. END can be thought of as effort never dies. So you don't let one or two setback cause you to think that this is the end of the road. No, this is your first, this is not just your first attempt at learning, it's also that your efforts will never die. And if you should get no as an answer as you moving forward, don't let that intimidate you either. Look at no as NO, which means next opportunity. So you see how I just turned those three words around: failure, end, and no. And I turn them into positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. So allow yourself to think expansively, move in another direction that you're not familiar with. You will learn new things. Your thoughts are really your lifeline because they determine how you move through life. If you see yourself as having little, then you're not going to move towards abundance, which is what we all have. We all have abundance, but we have to think that way. If we think scarcity, that's what we'll attract. That's what we'll get, because we're not thinking expansively enough. We're not thinking about the possibilities. So remember, you have to work with your thoughts. Your thoughts are always there. They're in the driver's seat. So if you don't check yourself, you're going to wreck yourself, and you don't want that. You can always make a U-turn. Always make a U-turn. You don't have to keep going in the same direction if it's not serving you well. Never be afraid, never be embarrassed to take a new path. Because if you keep doing the same thing you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. So you are fully resourced, my friends, to be, do, and have whatever you desire, and to be who you aspire to be. So I hope that encourages you today. Dream on, dream big. Don't be afraid if it scares you a bit, because that's what dreams are supposed to do. They're supposed to grow you. I'll remind you of the law of the rubber band. A rubber band is of no use unless it's stretched. And that's how we were built as well. We need to be stretched. So I hope this has added value to you. It's been my pleasure again to bring these thoughts. I just love bringing these thoughts. I look forward to Thinking Tuesday at noon. Remember, if you are struggling with any thoughts, if you have a dream that you don't feel supported in bringing forth because people in your life is they're not supportive of you, forget about them. Seek others who will support your dreams, who would help you get on the right path. Reach out to me through my website, drcherylburton.com. I'll offer you a complimentary consultation. I'll be your thinking partner to help you to begin to get you on track and to help you stay on track. You were built for greatness. There is greatness in you. You are fully resourced and fully equipped if you only knew the power that you have. So check in with me, drcherylburton.com, my website. You can also check out my services that I provide there. Share this video with someone who you feel could benefit from it. And you can also find previous messages on my YouTube channel, Thinking Tuesday, Cheryl Burton. I hope this has added value to you. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday at noon for another message for Thinking Tuesday. So take care of yourself. Don't forget to vote today. All right, do your civic duty, and we'll see you again next Tuesday at noon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye-bye.